This is a phenomenal bike ride, and I can tell you he's so casual. This is his first time he's ever biked the full 112 miles here in Hawaii. He's never been up to the turn in Harvey. He's certainly been up there today. Doesn't he
look? Rising up, back on the streets. Took my time, took my chances, and breakfast with Bob.
Poncho, man. Welcome again to Breakfast with Bob, St. George edition. My name is Bob Babbitt. We're brought to you by Master Spa, Zion's Bank, Quintana Roo, Form Smart Swim Goggles, Clash Endurance, Premium Plus Sports, and of course, our Challenged Athletes Foundation. Our next guest, number 4 in the world, Mr. Daniel Baekkegard. How you doing, Daniel?
Oh, pretty well, Bob. Thanks a lot for having me.
I really enjoy chatting with you. I love the fact I was so excited when you got the Red Bull sponsorship. That made my day. I'm sure it made your day too.
Yeah, it did pretty much. So, but I appreciate your support. That was it was nice to get that you reached out and said congrats. So yeah, thanks a lot.
I like when great things happen to great people. It's really I love what you bring to our sport because you're never afraid to go for it. You go off the front, and you don't find out what you're made of until you do that.
Yeah, true. Very much true.
So take me back a little bit. You were an elite swimmer, 20 national championship titles. Moved to try in 2015. Were you just tired of the black line?
Actually not. I still love swimming, but yeah, I broke my arm, so it was a bit difficult to swim.
And freestyle was the sport, or more butterfly?
Yeah, it was like longer distance, freestyle, medley, butterfly, whatever.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, I started running and cycling as rehabilitation, and I just liked it.
Yeah,
far more. I was very surprised the fact that you could actually spend time together with your friends when you go out for a bike ride or whatever.
A little different than a swim.
Yeah. It's not, at 5 o'clock in the morning, people are not tend to talk that much. So I enjoyed it a little more.
You could stop for coffee. Just
yeah,
ride
true.
Yeah. And when did you do your first triathlon?
2000. My first triathlon, that was actually a while back. My swim coach, who is now the national coach in Denmark in swimming, Jon, he was, he kind of showed me the way, to the triathlon sport in order, we just did every summer as kind of a get back to it.
Yes.
We did a mini triathlon in the club, and I thought it was pretty funny, and I think Jon saw the spark in my eyes. And he went on and did Ironman Klagenfurt. And I thought that was pretty cool, actually.
Yes.
To do an Ironman back then. And I remember some morning practice. I actually said what are you gonna give me if I do the Ironman in half the time you did? And we agreed on a nice steak at a restaurant, and 6 years after, I won that Ironman and went half the time he did. So
did you get your steak?
Jon, you still owe me a steak.
He still owes you a steak. I love that. That is great. So you went pro in what year?
2019.
2019. Okay.
It was a bit of a difficult year to turn pro.
Yeah, right before the world shut down.
Yeah, pretty much. But I think we managed.
Well, and then you won in 8 days. First you win 70.3 Finland, and you ran a 1:13 half marathon. The following weekend, Ironman debut at Klagenfurt, like you said, 2:53 marathon and 8:14, won by 10 minutes, dominated, and that got you to Kona.
Yeah.
Got you to Kona, 15th in Kona.
Yeah.
But I remember with that Kona debut in 2019, you had some bike issues.
I struggled a bit. Extensions cracked.
Yeah, that's right. There was something with the handlebars, I remember.
Yeah. So it was not the most pleasant bike ride I've ever done. But that's.
But that's 2019. Really, this is 2021 was year 2 basically, because there was really nothing in 2020.
I had one race, but that was it. I was lucky.
Yeah, 70.3 Dubai, right? And
Thailand.
2020. Then 2021, you had a few. But here at the Worlds, and you raced here in St. George twice last year, right? The first one was that sort of weird situation that you're running along with Sam and Lionel, and then find
Magnus,
out you're Magnus, and there's like, oh, you're not in the race anymore, and then you're gone. But then you came here and you got the podium at the World Championship.
True.
Which is very cool. And did you feel like that was a little redemption for what happened to you earlier?
Actually, not really.
Okay.
I was fairly disappointed. Not in terms of the race itself or the podium finish, because I was fairly happy about the podium.
Yeah.
But I struggled big time. I did not really feel like we nailed the taper, and I don't know. I think after the vaccine, I was not that good at kind of take my foot off the gas pedal. I just went straight into it. And maybe I should have listened a bit better to my body back then.
But that's how you learn. You're so young at this.
It's difficult as a triathlete, and you just want to push all the time and get better. But sometimes you just have to take one step back. So that was one thing I learned for sure.
Well, you obviously love this course. I love this area, right? This suits you well when you come here the first time, and you were at the tippy end of this thing in both St. George races. So what is it about this course that suits you so well, or this area?
One big thing I felt, just when I touched down in St. George was the backing from the community here. Mm-hmm. I think it's so cool to have people cheering for you when they drive along in their trucks or whatever.
Yes.
So when you're out on the bike ride, you get cheers and you get people supporting you. And just the way the bike course is, especially.
Yes.
You cannot just like be in the group and do.
There's
do
no
nothing.
Group riding here.
You have to ride hard, and you have to really, suffer on the bike course, and then you hit the run course, and that's even worse. So, everything is just, it's like a proper championship race here.
Right, because every part of it's challenging.
It's the strongest guy who will win.
It is a strong person's
race. That appeals to me.
Yeah.
Sure. And then I saw, as everybody else, I guess, TV series like How I Met Your Mother, where Barney have a guy for everything, and for the first time in my life, I actually also have a guy, and he lives here in Utah. He's my triathlon guy, the local president of the triathlon club in Utah.
Oh, nice!
And that's one part, like that triathlon club will support athletes like however they can.
Exactly.
They'll do anything, and that's pretty cool, because that would never happen where I'm from.
Ours is the same way. Tri Club of San Diego, Salt Lake City Tri Club. The Tri Clubs are really the backbone of the sport in this country. They're very, very special.
And I'm very surprised, and it's awesome to feel that kind of support.
Yeah. How long have you been here this time?
Only for 1 week.
Oh, 1 week.
But I'll stay a couple of days after with the family and see the area, and just I think I'll try to enjoy some time afterwards.
So now that, last year was sort of a coming out part a little bit, where people saw you here twice, right? And they see you at the Worlds, taking third Worlds. So you're not sneaking up on anybody anymore. People know what type of talent you have, and they know that you will be a factor here. How do you handle pressure? I
don't really feel it, to be honest. I feel like a lot of people do not really see me as a favorite.
Yeah.
So I think
you see yourself as a favorite, though, don't you? A factor.
More a factor.
Yes.
Because I think I have what it takes to win.
Yes.
But I also know the other guys have what it takes. So
there's a lot of guys who have what it takes to win.
I think that's the cool thing about this World Championships, that you don't really know how the race will pan out, because you kind of know that in Kona.
You have no idea.
Not completely, but you kind of know what to expect.
Yeah.
Here you know nothing.
at all.
And
Right.
and that's I think it's a good thing to have been here before and done the race course, especially on the bike, because you kind of know how the dynamic feels. But then again, we have the gunlock loop, and that will eat you up alive if you're not ready for it.
Right, and that's right. You come out of the water and you're sort of climbing pretty much right away.
Yeah, true. The out and back section, so it starts just right away.
Yeah.
And that's I love it. It's cool.
And if people go too hard early, you've got to come up Snow Canyon later.
Yeah,
like 100
true.
miles.
Yeah.
So you could be suffering there.
Yeah, and I think most of the other athletes, they know I can suffer.
Yes.
I know. I've talked a bit with Lionel, for example, and he knows for sure that I can suffer. So
Oh yeah.
as long as I show my competitors respect. So as long as they show me respect, I'm happy.
Well, I think they all know what you're about. They've seen you side by side. They've run with you with Sam and Lionel. That they've seen you up close and personal what you can bring to the table.
Yeah,
so
true.
And
the other way around as well. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
You like the field here with a Cam Worth, Alistair Brownlee. This is like a lot of potential Hall of Fame guys.
Yeah, true. And that's a cool thing.
Absolutely.
Of course, everybody is sad that
Jan's not here, and
but
Patrick's not here, and Skipper's
then
not
again,
here.
just be excited for the guys who are here, because I think it's going to be fireworks on race day. And a lot of guys will show up and be hungry to take over.
What would it mean to you to win this race?
It would mean everything.
I don't think we've had someone from Denmark win Ironman World Championship.
No, never. We had Rasmus Henning and Torbjørn Sindballe as the leading guys.
Yeah.
Otherwise, not really. So
does this course suit you better than Kona?
I'm pretty good in like the climate of Kona as well, but I think the bike and run course suits me better here.
Yes.
The fact that it's a non-wetsuit swim in Kona is a bit better.
Yes.
But that's kind of how I view myself as an athlete, and also work for, is the fact that I'll be there no matter what course it is and what condition it is.
Yes.
I'll deliver on race day. So
love it.
Yeah, that's everything is to my advantage.
Daniel, have a great one.
Thanks a lot, Bob. Thanks for having me.
Daniel Baekkegard, Poncho Man, take us out.
So many times it happens so fast. You trade your passion for glory on Breakfast with Bob.
Poncho Man, thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. Hold on. We'll be right back.